Hi everyone, it's Mark Lonelon with the Virtual Cantina, and I am here with Tux Akindoyeni. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. We're thrilled you're here because it is a celebration of the prequels at this point in Star Wars. The kids who grew up with them are now adults, and they are coming to meet people like you. How was it today at the Boonta Eve Special Edition?
It's been great. The experiences that you have with these things are incredible. People are so nice. So interesting to hear a little bit about them and answer their questions as to what was going on. And it's been always enjoyable.
Excellent. It's so great to hear. I know that you play a pretty famous Jedi, actually, Agen Kolar. People don't always know his name, but they know his scene. It is Revenge of the Sith. Tell us what that was like being in that incredible giant lightsaber fight. And actually, pull up your action figure so everyone can see, because you do have an action figure, which is very cool.
I do have an action figure. Look, funny enough, that scene was shot in 3 different countries. It was shot in Australia in the original filming, and then we picked it up as a scene in London, and then shot again at ILM in San Francisco. Just something that they wanted to keep on working on, I guess. I don't know. So I've died a lot of times in that scene.
How many times were you stabbed?
Oh, I lost count. After running. But it was an interesting scene in the sense that it had a lot of drama to it. As every time we shot it, those, the approach to the chamber and sort of then stepping aside is that real kind of Jedi kind of vibe. And then it was kind of an anticlimax as well because I die straight away.
So, I think you're first out of the gate, right?
He just does me straight away.
Not his fault. This is the writers. We blame them. But Sam Jackson puts up a pretty good fight. What was he like?
Sam, incredible professional. He'd come on set, he'd sit down in his chair, and he'd read a book. And then George would say, "Hey, okay, your thing. Get up, let's discuss the scene." And they'd hit it. He'd hit the mark every time. Every different kind of level that George wanted, we could just do it. Bang, 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 done. Which made life easier for everyone else in the background because we weren't sitting around sort of for hours and hours doing the same thing over and over. It was just, nailed it, done.
Yeah.
One scene, it's one take.
That's incredible because I know you must have had so much prep time with makeup and everything. So tell us a little about the makeup process and the horns. I'm looking at the horns over here. Incredible.
Yeah. The first time we did it, it took 6 hours in the chair in creatures with prosthetic. The prosthetics actually goes through my eyes, so that's where the joint is, and they would glue that on first, and then they would go about, and it was a blank canvas every time. So then they would go about sort of, putting in the color, and it was like a spray gun kind of situation that they just spray layer after layer, build the kind of color, build the whole sort of feature so that it actually became part of your head. It's like that's. After hours of having it on, you kind of felt like growing horns out of the top of my head.
You melt into the character.
It's just it, and it's so believable as well. Even in real life, it was believable.
Yeah, I gotta say, the special effects from the prequels hold up, especially the makeup and all of the practical things that were done for the characters. It's incredible.
Well, so it's even to the hair, and I think it was loosely based on sort of a samurai kind of vibe. Something like the Seven Samurai. Agen Kolar had that kind of feel to it, and the hair especially was. And funny enough, the wig got better and better. It became this thick, lush kind of thing. The whole thing was incredible, and they actually got the prosthetic process down to about 3 hours in the end. So they cut it in half, which was. My ass was thankful for it.
Yeah, I can imagine. That sounds like a grueling process. But I gotta tell you, it paid off. And you have fans coming 20 to 25 years later to meet you at conventions, and everyone here. We've got a bunch of the prequel boys here. It's very exciting.
It's been incredible. It's incredible seeing people who, they confess their adoration for you. You've never met them before, and it's nice to be a part of that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us here. We're thrilled to have you as part of the Virtual Cantina family now. Where can we find you on social media so we can keep up with all your projects and where you're going to be?
I'm around. Mainly, Instagram, really, nothing much else. And that's more like just my personal account. It's nothing geared towards Star Wars or anything else. Just, day in the life of, kind of, but not really. Just a few shots here. Might be a bit boring. But,
This is the kind of stuff we love. We want to get to know Tux, not necessarily just your character. So make sure you follow him on Instagram, and of course follow us on all of our social channels over at the Virtual Cantina Network, especially our Facebook page, Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025. And as always, I've got a Jedi right here. We're going to say it. May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.